So the 4Ps evolved as a way to try to move the needle for women in the industry, because even though we've grown over the years pretty significantly, more and more women are coming into the space, and yet we're losing power in the C-suite. We're losing power as entrepreneurs. Our numbers go down in all of those categories year after year. So obviously, all of the networking and positive energy we're trying to bring and support we're trying to bring, it wasn't moving the needle. It wasn't making an impact the way we needed it to. So I really spent a lot of time thinking about what are the things that we can do that can change things for women that all of us can do. Because of course, the number one issue is not getting funding, because there's a trickle down effect from that. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I, at the time, could do nothing about that. So what were the other things that we could do, that the budtender could do, that the CEO could do, that everyone in between can commit to making it a better space for women and, you know, people of color and the elderly and the disabled and veterans and all of these other pretty groups that are coming into the cannabis space and bringing their talent and bringing their expertise and really contributing to making this a dynamic industry. Well, there are 4 things that we came up with, and I came up with it, but it was a group effort. You know, you pitched in, Lele pitched in, Miss Kindness pitched in, Kendra pitched in. We all pitched in on these ideas of what will really move the needle for women, and we came up with the 4 Ps. So in order, they are pay. Of course, pay has the biggest impact. But pay means a lot of things. Pay means funding women. Pay means paying women, right? How many stories have we heard of women who don't get their paychecks? Paying women a fair wage, paying women equal to what you pay men in your business. There are also ways that in our personal lives outside of the cannabis industry, we can pay women. We can consciously look for female doctors, female accountants. Every person that you touch in your life, look to hire a woman to do that job. That helps to elevate us. That's how we can all step into a position of truly moving the needle when it comes to the financial piece, short of getting women entrepreneurs funded. And the next is promote. So that doesn't just mean moving women up the ladder into the C-suite, which absolutely should be done from within your organization. But it also means sharing the good works, promoting other women. And it's something that we as women don't do a good enough job doing. We don't go and shout from the rooftops how amazing this woman is, what an incredible feat. I mean, one of the biggest stories of success in our industry is Nancy Whiteman from Wana Brands. But we don't talk about her and how successful she has been at basically bootstrapping the #1 edible brand in North America. So, you know, essentially #1 edible brand in the world. We don't talk about that. We talk about corruption from some women. We talk about the success of men, but we don't talk about the success of women. I mean, that woman's name should be at the top of everyone's mind. That she should be a role model for us, but we don't do that. So promoting women and the good works of women and sharing that and lifting each other up is a very important thing that we need to do. The next one is partner. Women make great partners. Partnerships are not easy. They can be very, very challenging, but they can also be, I mean, look at you and Rhiannon. I mean, the two of you have been working together for years, and you know the difference that when she turned to other projects and the difference when she came back. Having a support system, having somebody there who can walk that path with you, if it's a good fit, can make all the difference. It's power 2x. So finding ways to partner with women or help to create partnerships, and partnerships don't always have to be getting involved in a singular business as partners. You can partner with other organizations. I've partnered with the likes of Tokativity and Oosterdam University and the Women Inclusion Network at ArcView and on and on. Those partnerships coming together and using both of those resources to expand our audience and our message together is incredibly valuable. It's how many of our organizations have actually grown. And then the final one is really interesting. The final one came about. At first it was the 3 Ps, and we were at a Change Society event, and Miss Kindness and I were discussing from the stage, all the 3 points. And someone from the audience said, we need protection. That's the 4th P. So it came about really as a group effort to say, hey, there's somebody else that we need protection. And what that means is we need to take it upon ourselves to protect other women. So if we hear a woman being trashed or thrown under the bus or not being paid fairly, that we speak up, that we in that moment protect that woman, that we look out for each other, and we make sure that we're not being taken advantage of. And if you see it happening, say something. You know, I don't understand why we're super quick to trash each other and throw each other under the bus. Why are we not as quick to come to each other's aid and look out for each other? So those are the 4 Ps. We do have a petition on change.org that, you know, we'd love for you to sign. It details more each of what those Ps are. And I've heard from a lot of women that they use those both in their professional and personal life to be their kind of gauge and to be the standard of how they interact with other women. And I've heard a lot of wonderful stories about how successful that just having that mindset has been in achieving this desire to truly be able to help other women.